Alright guys, today we're going to be folding the Scout. Now this is a plane folded from a normal sheet of US copy paper, so 8.5 by 11. This is it. Has retractable landing gear, 2 afterburners that aren't shaped out too well, but you know, it got 2 afterburners, and a very nice build. And this plane can also fly. And what I like about this plane is that first, it uses a new base, so I hope that you can experiment. I've already been doing some experimenting with the base. I made this really cool jet. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it yet. It's not with me though. But it comes from a new base. So yeah. And this plane's actually pretty easy too. Well, like there's some like hard folds in it, but like if you're like intermediate level, then yeah, you should be able to fold this. Let's start with a sheet of US copy paper, and you're gonna fold edge to edge long ways like this. And if I'm going too fast, you can slow down the video. I'm gonna be trying to go a little slower because this one's supposed to be not that hard, but going to now fold this edge to here, just like if you're gonna square the paper, just like this. And we're gonna fold down on that. We're like use this crease as a guide, and just fold down in here. It may bubble up a little bit, but just crease it. Just ignore the bubbling. Now we have this right angle here, so we're just gonna repeat that like on the other side of the paper. So we're gonna fold down here like this. These I can't see. Make sure like everything's lined up, and make sure like this point is somewhat close to that point. Just so everything can be like symmetrical. But we're gonna fold this down once again here, and then we're gonna keep it again. So now we have this, and we're almost done. Wait, we're almost about to collapse the paper, but like this part just makes like everything simpler and doesn't, because like usually I do this part later in the video, but like I don't want to like open up the paper again. So we're gonna fold this edge to the center crease. But before you crease, we're only creasing to this point. That little fold mark there. We're only folding that. I'm gonna repeat down the other side. All right. now we're going to collapse. Right now we're just gonna fold that on those creases. So we have this crease going this end to this end like this. Fold back on that. And we're just gonna pop it in the middle. It should just come together just like that. This is where those free creases are important here. So I'm gonna fold this point to this edge here. Or just basically fit it inside these triangles. I'm gonna take this edge and fold it to the center crease. So this edge here is meeting with the center crease. We're doing the other side. But now we unfold everything. This part might be a little hard if you're newer. But we're gonna lift up on this flap here. And the paper should already kind of want to like naturally go like this. We're just gonna push up on that flap. See, your flaps is on this point here. I'm just putting my finger on that point and just swiveling it up, and then just flatten it just like that. A piece of dust got inside, but here it is. We're going to fold these. Fold this to the center crease. Creasy's good. And then now we're gonna sink them. So if you want, you can go on this side and then grease them back like that, just to make your sink fold easier. If you're not, you don't really do, or haven't really done a sink fold, but all we're gonna do is just open up the paper, and we have this like almost like a triangle, but like it peaks up almost. Don't really know what we'd call that shape, but we're just gonna fold on all the edges of that shape. And then after it's like this, we're gonna just like press down on the middle, swipe that way, swipe that way, and like indent it a little. Just try to make everything reach the point. And then close it. And you can repeat that on the other side. So if you still don't know how to do it really, we're gonna just open it up so we have this shape. Crease on these two vertical lines. Not vertical. These like diagonal lines. We're gonna go on the ones coming down. Do some these. And then put your finger in the middle and just go and flatten it out. There. I think there's just like one more hard step of the model. And you can fold this up. And this becomes the front landing gear. Or something else. If you're experimenting with the model. Base. We're almost done with the base anyway. But we're gonna flip this over to its side. Flip this long edge to the center crease. And try not to have this outer edge peek out too much, like these flaps. Don't have them peek out on the other side. But anyway, just fold these. Just like that. And once again, you can go here and fold them on the other side just to make this next fold easier. I wouldn't usually do this, but I'm just doing it. We're gonna now just open up the model. It's a little hard to show. Open up the model. So look, it's like this. Open it up and turn it, and we should have a crease here, and then a crease right here. Pinch this crease. Just flatten it like that. And fold it over. Wasn't too hard. Like usually I just like to reach in and fold it just like that. But like if you really need me to show you, I'll do it. So we're going to pinch this crease. You know, the crease that goes like this. Other side, pinch this crease and just flatten. It's really not that hard if you can get the hang of it. Now we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna start working on, you know, the actual features. So let's fold from this point, this little pocket here, this like edge here. We're gonna fold from there to this line. And this is gonna create the wing. Just like that. I'm gonna repeat that on the other side. I fold this and make sure I fold it in half just to make sure the wings are even. And give these a good crease. They're gonna inside rulers will come. So we have this crease that like wants to like, we have a valley fold here. We don't want a valley fold there. We want to turn this valley fold into a mountain fold. So just pinch on that fold. And then that will naturally just bring everything up. Look at there. crease all the way to the top. And crease that. Once again, just open this out on this crease that's running here. Just open this up. Pull this in and out. And like, what's cool about this model is that when you fold it, usually, let me see if I can find a plate in here. Like this. Usually when you fold a plane, not like, this plane's not such a good example, but like, you see here, you get a line here, like, a fold line. Let me see if I can find it. Without knocking your phone. This is a really old one, but like a really old and beat up one. But you can still kind of see you get a line in the wings. With this plane, like the wings are completely clean. And I don't know. Oh, that doesn't really add much. It just kind of adds aesthetic. So if you like that, then it's cool. But this is probably the hardest part of the plane coming up here. So we're going to, let's just open these up. And we're going to fold, just open this here, and take this crease, push down with your finger. Just push down on that crease. And now we have these like points everywhere. Just continue to spread it out until it reaches throughout that entire flap, and the flap brings itself back onto itself, brings itself back up like this. So like here, it's like this. You want to bring this flap on the outside, so it's like this now. So just take this, pull it open. Take your finger right here on this crease, on this point where it points up. Just right there, and you just you can even hold this flap right here. Just push down a little bit on it. And continue just to shape it all around. And try not to rip at these tight areas like I did. See, try not to rip the page. But if you made it past that part, you should be good. But now we're gonna now we're going to fold these up on this line here. And fold that too. Or we're gonna just fold that like this. And we're going to fold it further out and basically try to make a right angle here. Try to make this crease perpendicular to this crease coming here. So I have these like lines on my floor, so I can like line it up. Kind of help me with that fold. It's really an eyeball. But like, I think this should be good. And maybe pull it off a little bit back. I'm really just trying to look at it. It doesn't really matter though. It doesn't matter much. Just as long as you get it close. And then after that, we're just gonna fold these parts down. Fold this edge over this edge. Simple. But I'm gonna go here and now fold this up. And then take this out, like, and fold that. And we're gonna just go here and fold on this crease here. Make that a mountain fold, like that. And then fold it onto each other. Fold it onto each other like this. And also fold this crease up here. And repeat down the other side. So come here, now unfold this, fold this crease up here, and then close. And now let's work on the landing gears. So we're just gonna fold this, fold like this crease to that edge on both sides. And you'll notice when you do that, that like here, that it's like not a perfect triangle. And like, so when we go to inside reverse it, just mountain fold this crease. It doesn't fully want to do that, just like kind of squash it. Just gonna squash that end part down so it works. So basically just take this, mountain fold that crease, and then this little end part here, flatten that out like that. And then like, you could probably make like air intakes with this flap here. Like, you could probably make like some form of air intake or like something. But this model has landing gear, so we're gonna fold this edge, this flap we just made. We're gonna fold that edge to the middle crease. Then fold this up like that and unfold it. And then we can also fold it up like this. Yeah, I wouldn't usually do all this. Like, since I want this tutorial to be easier, I'm doing this. And then you can also repeat that on the other side just to make the next fold easier. But now we're gonna on this fold, we're going to once again mountain fold that crease, fold it down, and then we should have a horizontal line there. We just are gonna fold up on that horizontal line and push these two sides in. And you have all the pre-creases there, so it should go rather smoothly. Mine's a little uneven, so I'm just fixing it. And I always fold the tip down, because like the landing gear isn't very strong on this plane. But next we're going to just create to maybe fold on these lines that are already there. Just fold on those lines, fold it out, and then yeah, that's our landing gear strut. And you could like fold these down or something. Yeah, it looks better. You can fold these down on both sides. If you do that, how's it gonna retract? I mean, if you do that, then like you have to retract the landing gear. Maybe like this. Yeah. You gotta retract the landing gear like that. But I'm actually gonna go into this and make the landing gear strut a little bit taller. All right. And we're gonna do that on the other side. Alright. Now after that, we're going to take this whole creep. We're just gonna take this whole fold here, take this whole top layer and fold it to this layer here. And then you can either reach in with your finger or like an object. I have this broken stick. I guess I can use this. Like basically, you're gonna get in there and make sure that layers to that side, so you can squash down easily. It seems like it doesn't really matter where you squash it because it doesn't show up at the other side anyway. So I guess I'll just put this little point here, there. Then you go here and fold from this point to this point, like make a line that connects those 2 points. And my wing looks a little bit weird, but we're gonna fix that. So, but just repeat that on the other side. Alright. We're ready to jet fold. So go on this side. Fold all these. Fold all these parts up. And then also, I guess it's good to do this here. You can open up the landing gear like this and then pull it back. So you were just kind of pinching here just so the landing gear can still stand. So we're taking this layer, partially opening it and folding it back over, and folding it in half again and creating 2 creases there. Now jet fold. Alright, now we're going to go here and fold these steps in. And I always do this at the end just so I make sure I can get them good and flat. Flat like that. So just go around, move this flap out of the way, just book match